Hey, it's What's Up Wednesday with James, and today I'm excited to come to you from my living room. You can see behind me that Karen's been doing some Christmas decoration already. She's not quite finished. Maybe in some of my future videos in the month of December, you can see where she'll have finished up the tree. So today's topic that I want to share with you is something I've experienced numerous times in the past, and it has to do, unfortunately, with a couple who has a listing with my company or any other company for that matter. But at the end of the day, you come to find out that the couple is going to go through a divorce. And so, I've had spouses say, well, my name's on the deed and hers isn't, or I actually had a client one time that filed for the divorce the day before closing, and we had to get her to go back to the courthouse, pull that divorce filing off the books so they could close amicably and be able to split the proceeds. So in the state of Georgia, marital property consists of any property acquired by either spouse during the marriage, and that will be divided equally unless the courts find the equal division would be unjust. So the big question is, in the state of Georgia, is it a community property state? And the answer to that is no. Georgia is not a community property state. Instead, Georgia divorce laws gives both spouses an equitable interest in all property acquired during the couple's marriage. And so the general rule is that all property acquired by either spouse during the course of the marriage, regardless of title, is marital property and subject to equitable division. And, so at the end of the day, if a spouse purchases a piece of property with or without the other spouse on the deed, that becomes marital property. And while if one is on the deed and only on the deed, that person can sign the listing agreement. But what needs to take place at closing is we need a divorce decree or some type of an agreement by the courts of who gets the proceeds of that sale of that property. So just because somebody's on the deed, and it's important to always check the deed. It's always important to see who the actual ownership of the property is, because we want to make sure that we're selling a piece of property that's rightfully owned by the seller. But just always keep that in mind. Unfortunately, that divorce happens in our country, and there's not too much we can do to get around that. But at the end of the day, we've got to make sure that we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's, and making sure that because that is marital property, that in the event that a situation happens where a piece of property has been listed and is fixing to be sold, then the attorney will have to actually hold those proceeds in trust in his escrow account until directed by the courts or through an agreed upon divorce decree or a document notarized and signed by both spouses to execute who gets the division of that equity of that property and how it's to be split, whether it's 50-50 or whatever. So I wanted to bring that to your attention today. I think that sometimes we get a little sidetracked on making sure that we don't truly know who actually owns the property. And then even if one spouse is on the deed and the other isn't, that doesn't mean that that person that's not on the deed is not entitled to the appropriate division of that equity. So that's why we have attorneys as well. And, I hope that this is helpful today. But just always remember that. Make sure, guys, when you're getting a listing agreement signed, you're getting it signed by the person that rightfully owns the property. That should be disclosed on the deed. And then if there is a marital issue, that it's always wise to get a divorce decree in hand, or get the attorneys handling those divorce, maybe get involved with the closing attorney as well. So that's what I want to convey today in my What's Up Wednesday. I hope it's been helpful and beneficial to you. On a side note, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I want to wish everybody the best holidays during these Thanksgiving times. My family and I are very thankful for our relationships within our own family, within our company. I'm very thankful to be in business with a lot of dynamic realtors within Southern Classic Realtors. We're thankful for all our buyers and sellers who place their trust in us every day to get their transactions to the closing table. And I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank everybody for friendships and for business opportunities, and just want to share the love there. So everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And by the way, with tomorrow being such a special day, come the next day on Black Friday, let's remember that we should be thankful and not be ugly at these stores when people are going crazy trying to buy these special deals and stuff. It's kind of interesting that one day we're very thankful, the next day we have a position where people become hateful with each other over, trying to buy trying to buy things at the store for Christmas, and we're not nice to each other. So try to remember to be nice. And I certainly hope this is helpful. Again, happy Thanksgiving. I appreciate you, and look forward to chatting with you again next week for What's Up Wednesday with James. Take care, everybody. Have a safe holiday weekend.